Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm sorry about switching it there. Well, if you did, you already know what the video is about. And today we're going to be doing another ranking video. In fact, ranking every Fortnite Battle Royale Epic Glider, and I'm also including Royale Dragon because it's the only legendary glider in the game. But it's not where you think it might be on this list. So we'll get into it. If you really like this style of video, like the whole ranking stuff on a presentation, then please do say so. Also, there's some instructions at the very end if you want to do them. So let's start off the list. In 13th place, there are 13 on this list, is Bear Force 1. I think the bear looks very, very weird on top of it, and it comes out with the Highland Warrior and the buckler back bling, which is on the Highland Warrior. I just don't think that the skins and the skin and the glider are related at all. They're not in the same set, I don't believe. In fact, I think Bear Force 1 is actually in the Royale Heart set. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I just don't like this glider. Next is Slipstream. I think it's a I like the glider. It's just, I think it's a bit too basic to be an epic. I think it should be at most rare, maybe even uncommon. Next is Hang Time. I just don't like, I'm not into sports, as I already said. That's why I ranked the Baller quite low on the rare emotes video, and Hang Time, it's not the best. I think the thing that's putting it this high on the list is mainly because it plays music, but other than that, no. Next is Orbital Shuttle, and it was between this and Deep Space Lander, and I decided to rank this one lower than it, just because it's the same thing going on with Astro and Dark Matter backblings. It's just, I think that the black one is a bit better, hint to number 9th on this list. So Orbital Shuttle does get the place in the top 10 though. It's just pretty basic. I don't like any of the space gliders really. That's why Deep Space Lander is up next, which is the black one. I just don't really like these two at all really. Like, they used to be like quite kind of cool, and now I don't like them at all. Next is Get Down. It's in the, I think it's in the Fortnite Fever set. It came in Season 2. It was pretty cool. Along with the Sparkle Specialist that came out in Season 2 as well. What's that? I think it's Sparkle Specialist. Next up is Planetary Probe, which is another space thing. It comes out with the Leviathan, with the Global Axe, and the fish tank thingy. It's another space thing. It has the same sort of trail as the two shuttles from earlier. I just don't like this one that much, even though my brother has it, which is probably why it came up on the list quite high in the top 7. Next is the Rusty Rider. It got quite high. I do like this one. I do like most of the Rust Sword set, other than maybe Rust Bucket, because that was free. But I really like Rusty Rider. I like the flames and like smoke that comes out the back. It's really cool. It's a lot better than the space things, but not the best. So yeah. Next is Intrepid, which I don't know if I pronounced that right at all. It comes with the Season 4 Battle Pass. It's Carbide's glider that you get really late on, like tier 89 or something like that. It has electric tails. The only thing that's lowering it below Wings of Valor is just how loud it is and how laggy it can make your game at the start. Next is Royale Dragon. Here it is in the top 5 at least. It's 4th place. I just think it's a bit too big and loud for you to not get noticed. Like, if you're trying to get away sneakily, then you'll go for Slipstream. Like, even maybe like Mainframe or Triumph, something like that. You don't want a huge dragon that everyone can see, and like anyone can see you like on the whole map if you go really high with it. We're into the top 3 now. In 3rd is Wings of Valor. I was planning to put this in 2nd, but the thing that came in 2nd beat it by just a little bit. And there are actually 2 purples and a gold in this one instead of 1 purple and then 2 golds, because this and the second spot were literally like the same amount of how much I like them. I was really excited when I got Wings of Valor. It's tier 39 of Season 4. I meant Season 4 for Intrepid. I think I might have said Season 3. But this is a really, really cool one. I enjoy using it. And people say it's loud, but honestly, it's like as loud as like the normal gliders, but a little bit noisier. Definitely not as noisy as the Royale Dragon or what's it called, Intrepid. And possibly not even as noisy as the thing that's in the first slot. This is actually the best one on this list I actually own, Wings of Valor. So let's go into the top 2. In second place is High Octane. Now, if any of you don't know, it was for the Omega Challenge. The Reaper challenges. If you got to tier 100 in Battle Pass Season 3, then if you did a number of challenges, then you could unlock High Octane. And I'm really sad I didn't, because this is basically the final, like the proper final prize. A bit like Onslaught is the final prize of Season 4. I absolutely love High Octane. I like how the 3 little like lines, like they light up like in that direction if you're turning. I love the whole trail, like it's gas or something. It's really, really cool. And I like this one, but not as much as my number 1 spot. My number 1 spot, nobody will know this other than my brother, and it's and people who know all the epic gliders, because there's only one possible thing that it could be now, seeing as I've listed them all, unless you're watching it in future and then there's more gliders added. The final one is Cloud Strike. I love this glider. Like, it has the animation on it. It's epic. It's purple in colour, which is my favourite colour. It's just epic. Literally, it's actual epic. And I didn't even mean to make the pun, because it is epic. Like, it's just awesome. I love the glider. I wish I could get it someday. Probably will. But if I got like V-Bucks, I would happily buy this, even over the Raven, which is one of my favourite legendary skins. I'm not going to give away its placement in that video if I decide to do it. But I'll give you a little hint. It will be very, very high, like maybe in the top 5. In fact, it will be in the top 5. Because it's one of my favourite skins. Like there's only a couple that beat it. I'm not going to say either of those because one of them is a legendary. So it could beat it. But honestly, I really like the glider. I love the visual effects. And my brother was going, hang on a second, why is this epic? Why is this epic in rarity? I'm like, well, I would say the animations on it, like the whole lightning thing. But then again, Prismatic has the same thing, and the Spectral Axe. But they're not epics, they're only rares, both of them are. But honestly, I really like the glider. I can't wait to get it in Fortnite. And I would suggest you buying it too. Okay, next slide, end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on the list, comment what video you would like me to do next, and do you like the thumbnails? Because I've been making these thumbnails and they're really fun to make, and I honestly enjoy posting them on my videos. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Pause the video if you need to watch all of these. I will possibly be doing a giveaway on Murder Mystery X in a couple of weeks' time, so if you tune into my Twitter, which I may, if you go back a couple of videos, then there's a link there. Anyway, goodbye.